Well, hello there once again, and welcome to another episode of Owning the Goal, where we explore the core principles that not only set the foundation for a successful life, but also shape our mindset, direction, and destiny. I'm your host, Brian McFarland, and today we're diving into one of the most fundamental elements that can dramatically transform how you experience your life, harnessing the power of the first precious hour or hours of your day. Many of us overlook the influence of early morning hours, yet these moments are where the seeds of success are planted. The seeds of success are planted. Inspired by Ryan Holiday's Discipline is Destiny and Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club, which I can't recommend enough. They're both masterpieces. What we're going to do is explore in this brief solo episode today how establishing a disciplined morning routine becomes the launching pad for productivity, positivity, and purpose. So let's awaken all of our potential and turn mornings into magic that fuels the rest of your day, week, and your life. So thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Owning the Goal. I'm so pleased and thankful and grateful to have you listening or watching our episode, however you're consuming that. And as we get back into our cadence. So what we're going to do today is really, many times I'm just stating things that are a master of the obvious. But if you're following the show, hopefully you get a little inspiration and wisdom from one of every episode in my 58 plus years of life. These are some of the things that I've had help me, and I'm hoping they can help you. So, and I give huge credit, obviously, to Robin Sharma, to Ryan Holiday, to my parents, friends, sister, relatives, and so many people who I've been able to model my life success. And a lot of it began with just waking up early and getting off to work. So it's Robin Sharma who talks about that first hour, or they talk about the golden hour of any day. Of you set the alarm for 5 a.m., you don't snooze, you wake up and embrace the day because you're thankful. And I'm thankful to just be alive for another day on this incredible planet, on this journey. And if you're fortunate enough to have a roof over your head and food in your refrigerator and friends or loved ones that you know are going to be eager to see you, you've got a great start to the day. I get the benefit of also, I talk about my cat Snowflake, who the way she embraces every day and waits for just to see my eyes open, and then is just happy to see me, wants to play, wants to be pet, wants to engage. And every single day of her life, the 11 years I've had her, that's how she embraces and starts her day. So what a great role model. So it's because the rest of the world is asleep at this point. So you're the first one that's getting out there. So what Robin Sharma does touch on in his 5 a.m. book is the 20-20-20, where the first 20 minutes of your day, 20 minutes of exercise where you actually get that heart rate up and start sweating, 20 minutes of meditation or really mental fitness, if you will, and then 20 minutes of education. So I've been reading so many books. I'll rattle off. Ryan Holiday's been a particular favorite as of late. Also reading a book by Alex Schultz, who's the CMO of Facebook, now Meta, and also obviously huge success there. And really starting each day by exercising through those 3 points: exercise, learning, and mental fitness, if you will, physical and mental fitness. Setting out the plan, if you haven't done it the night before, for what you want to wear, what you want to accomplish, and what are the 3 things, 3 things that you are going to get accomplished that day. If you get any more than that, it's a huge bonus. Less than that, don't worry about it, but really drive through those 3 things. And hopefully those are things of you saying, how many people can I help today? How many people can I help today? I'm reading a great series called The Go Giver Sales, The Go Giver Marriage, another sequence of books. And it's all about thinking when you start your day, how can you help others? Can you contribute to this great world of ours that's been so hospitable to you, to allow you to thrive and survive on this very planet of ours, which the chances of us being born as I don't know the exact statistics, but it's several trillion to one. So if you're listening to this or watching this, you are one of the fortunate ones, just as I am, who has been blessed with the opportunity to make our mark on this planet. So those core principles of just thinking about what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how embracing this gives you much more control over your day. Any of those us who have thought of they woke up late, they hit the snooze alarm too many times, and they're just rushing and they're chasing their day. Instead of those of us who have woken up early, 5 a.m. being a great benchmark, and we go about the pursuit of having an excellent day filled with great execution, being able to pivot if there's monkey wrenches thrown in the spokes, which there always will be. And by building this discipline, which different schools of thought will tell you how many days, but in general, it's thought that about 66 days of doing something on a regular basis, a daily basis, will create the habit of, in this case, waking up at 5 a.m. and going through that. I can tell you at the age of 58 now, when I started, when I was 13 and started my own paper route, I had to get up at 6 a.m. Sorry, Robin, not 5 a.m. Think of how much more I could have done if I had risen at 5 a.m. because I had a daily newspaper route. And those papers had to get to the people who were heading into New York City before they left for the train station, which was generally around 6:30 or so. So at that moment in time, I could not press the snooze alarm. I had to make sure that I was out 365 days a year, rain, snow, sleet, hail, didn't matter, just like the post office. And I got those newspapers into the box before 6:30. I should have been getting up at 5 a.m. because it would have gotten a much bigger jump start on the day. So that was the way that I shaped my high school years of then being home by 7. I forget what time the bus came, but by that point I had accomplished so much and I had already sweat. I had thought, I had meditated while I was riding my bike around our neighborhood and, if you will, and educated myself because I had already read the paper cover to cover. So fortunate for me, I was embodying sort of those three things that you do in the first 1 hour of your day. Um, how close, what is this also going to do is it's going to get us closer to how close we can live to the potential that is within each of us and maybe even stretching that a little bit more. So it's a short episode today, but a little nugget. And I've just reading back some of the journal things that I've been writing. It does come from the 5 a.m. club where the quote is, own your morning, elevate your life. How can small daily improvements, when done consistently over time, lead to stunning results? Small daily improvements, 1% better a day. All change in getting up at 5 a.m. is hard at first. It's messy in the middle, and it's actually gorgeous at the end. So think about for a second. All change is hard at first. Getting up those first few days at 5 a.m., it's brutal. It's messy in the middle. It's hard to keep doing it, like taking a cold shower and trying to get back into that habit. But it's gorgeous at the end because once you get through those 66 days and you just wake up automatically at 5 a.m., really the world is your oyster. And because when you feel like surrendering, continue, because triumph loves those who are relentless in their pursuit. And as I've been thinking about lately, when crossing the 50-year-old mark of my life, and I want to live over 100, so I'm at the halfway point. So when many of us reach that halftime in our lives, we make a right angle turn and we begin to get on the most righteous path and the best path for us and those around us that we possibly can. So that's really all I want to leave you with today. Wow, Brian, that's the shortest ever. I think it is. Um, so I want to encourage you and thank you to challenge yourself and own your mornings starting whenever you listen to this, start tomorrow. Set the alarm for 5 a.m. Think about all the good things you can do instead of pressing that snooze button. So at this point, thank you so much for tuning into this solo episode of Owning the Goal. Remember, the mornings are yours to shape, and with discipline and dedication, you can transform them into the cornerstone of a successful and fulfilling life. Start today, own tomorrow, and continuing crafting your legacy. Until next time, keep pushing forward and owning every moment of your story. Thanks so much again, and we'll look forward to seeing and speaking to you on our next episode.